Don't judge him for it, but
Wait, you guys forgot
Yeah,
that
we don't
wants
judge the
to
group.
buy one?
No. He wants to have a My Little Pony. He wants to have like an actual My Little Pony. Don't you, Joe?
Yeah, because it makes me laugh.
Well, Joe, it makes us laugh too.
Hey, but well, there's this button just on top of the sound sets in Sirenscape that says add a new sound set. And like most of the times when I try to get to my sound set that I compiled for Curse of Strahd, I make a new sound set, which is very annoying. Just
Is it
design
though?
flaw.
You just love it.
No,
No,
not really. No.
no,
No.
no.
Computer says yeah.
How many minutes to a start?
Well, when you're ready.
I'm still downloading. And I already started downloading before we
I'm in.
came together here.
I can feel you.
Oh,
I did
baby.
send out a PSA.
I'd break you.
Why you do that? I'll order a McDonald's.
Well, as long as you're downloading, we can do a little introduction. Joe.
Yep.
You are standing in front of the big ornate doors at the Abbey. What do you do?
Walk through.
Indeed, you actually walk through them. Like, usually you would be needing to open them or even knock on them, but the physical world holds no bars to your current state. As you walk through them, you see a man standing there. He looks at you, he turns to you and says, "Hello, man. I've seen you before."
Yeah, you have.
But last time you were quite more solid? Maybe? Now tell
Yeah,
me,
it was.
what can I do for you?
I need a body.
A body? A body? He looks around and you can see the mongrel folk darting around. You see a man with like a fish skin, like scales all over his face, and two of his arms end in flippers. You see a man covered in fur, but with crab pincers at the end of his, where his arms, his hands should be. And the man in front of you just gestures at all of these and says, "Is it something like this or more unnatural?"
Yeah, a little bit more natural than that.
I think we can make that work. Follow me. And he just starts walking without looking if you're following him.
Follow behind him.
Well, what was your name again?
Zuckhead.
Oh, little Zuckett. Yes. You were the one full of bravado, if I recall correctly. You were quite insolent. Quite insolent. Yes, yes. But
Nothing has changed.
well, indeed, nothing has changed, I can tell, but now you are incorporeal and I am corporeal, so something has changed, but you do not need to talk about it, what happened to you. I can totally understand that you are now incorporeal and I incorporeal and things happened. Yes? Hmm?
Yep. Yeah, you can say that again.
Indeed, indeed. Well, I have a selection for you. And he walks through one of the corridors. And for some reason, he just walks through a wall. Do you follow?
Yeah.
Your incorporeal nature allows you to walk through this wall, and suddenly you're outside at the north end of the Abbey. And he gestures vaguely at the land, a plot of land at the north side of the alley. And you can tell that there are like 50 graves there. He says, take your pick, I will make it work.
Any of them more recent?
Recent is a, well, why don't you give me a perception check?
How do you want me to roll that?
Just roll a d20. You're not quite sure which has been the most recent, but you do see one that is more ornate compared to the other ones.
I guess I can't be too picky. I'll choose the ornate one.
Quite a good choice, my friend. Quite a good choice. It will take a while. But if I help you, you will help me. Quite right? Yes.
If it'll get me a body, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. It's right there. But when you claw your way to the light, come find me. I have a job for you.
Alright, it's a deal.
You walk off to the the grave, and the closer you get, the more your feet sink into the ground. And as you're like 5 feet away from this grave, your body has sunken into the floor, into the ground, just neck height. Do you take your final step?
I see the gravestone.
Yeah, the gravestone is in front of you.
Is there a name on it?
God damn it. Yes. There is a name.
Do I recognize this name at all?
Roll me a history check, just a d20. You do. You don't know from where, and like somewhere in your memory, doesn't really have to be of your Barovian memory, but your father told you stories about King Olaf, a warrior king that fought in a war long time ago against a count. He was protecting his homeland, this King Olaf. Though during battle he fell valiantly.
The perfect host.
Indeed it is. Seraphim, Rudolph, Trish. Remind me again. Where are you?
In the Blue Water Inn, talking to Erwin.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, yes. I think the last thing was I alluded. I told Rudolph. I introduced Rudolph to the guy
Keepers of
being
the Feather.
keeper of the feather, and he was like, no. And I picked up on it, but I think we ended it there.
Quite. What would you like to do?
Well, that's where you stopped it. You were about to say something.
I asked the Keepers of the Feather to reveal their true form.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and Seraphim, what did you say?
Well, you told me to roll, because and I picked up on the fact that he was going like at me, like I shouldn't talk about this.
About what?
Well, we were talking about the Keepers of the Feather, and I think he pointed to the. That was my impression. He pointed to the fact that I shouldn't be telling Rudolph about this or something.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where you stopped it from my memory.
Indeed I did. He is talking to you and like glancing at Rudolph and just almost imperceptibly like
Oh, I'm sorry. I remember. I cast message to tell him that I see something is going on, and I said you can reply to this message, and I did it with a subtle spell.
He whispers back, still his eyes darting to Rudolph, saying, "This man is bad news, but we are indeed the Keepers of the Feather. We are, for lack of a better term, we are were-ravens."
Rudolph, would you mind giving us just a few minutes of privacy? I think we have something to discuss here that we need to build some trust.
Certainly, but remember these people are moving soon, so don't take all day.
No,
I'm
no.
gonna walk out back into the bar and just stand there like.
Like the wife of Erwin, he looks at you and says, "I do not know this Rudolph, but go ahead." The wife of Erwin is like tapping beers. Just hands one to Rudolph.
Ah, thank you.
Hands one to Trish and says, "Take it easy. It is a strong beer and you are tiny." And hands one to Seraphim and says,
Cheers.
"You are old, but you look strong." And she just taps one more time, just gives it to you.
Thank you. Why do you think Rudolph is bad news, really?
Erwin's eyes dart at Rudolph, and like, Rudolph, are you in hearing
I've put my hat
distance?
back on, so I'm not in hearing distance, but I look like Rictavio now. So
This Rectavio, he's a teller of stories, so I do not know if he would tell the story of us.
But if I'm mistaken, please tell me. But I thought that he presented himself as von Richten.
yes, but once he puts the disguise back on, no matter how hard you try, you can only see Rictavio.
Yeah. But just so we have clear that Irwin has seen you as von Richten.
Yes, but he
Okay.
doesn't know where I've gone now. He just thinks that Rictavio's at the bar.
Because I'm assuming
Yeah,
that
it's
Irwin
like-
is now reacting to Rictavio instead of von Richten. Am I correct, DM?
Yeah, it's like the moment like you have toddlers and a teacher dresses up as Santa Claus in front of them.
Yeah.
Like the moment
They don't see it.
they are Santa Claus, like, where's the teacher? I don't know. Who's that? Santa Claus. Yeah, so basically, Erwin just sees Rictavio, and he said, Rictavio, play us a song.
No, not right now. No.
Irvin, do you know the man called von Richten?
I know that he has bad news. All I've heard is stories, and these stories are not good. It's stories from Rictavio. I mean, Ricky told me everything.
Like what? I'm drawing a blank here.
Like everybody he comes into contact with is Rudolph dies. I have to say, I had to pump a lot of ale into Rictavio, but he opened up to me like no one ever has. He told me about this troubled man, Rudolph von Richten, and that this man is, for lack of a better word, cursed. Cursed beyond his own means to defend himself. Every time he meets people, they die. So, you understand that. I would rather not meet this man. This Rudolph.
Do I or wait? I'll roleplay it rather.
Trish, have you ever heard about were-ravens before?
No, I can't say that I have. But no, I suppose if there's werewolves, it makes sense that there's other were animals. Have you?
Well, I want to roll to see if I do, or maybe, well, whatever the DM decides.
Oh, you can roll a nature, history, or arcana check, whichever is better for you.
Can I try to do that with advantage because I'm doing it in a conversation with Trish?
Sure. If Trish is
Okay.
also thinking
Yeah,
about what
I'll-
she knows.
Yeah, I'm helping him with that.
Cool.
Well, with a natural 20 plus 5, which makes it a 25, you know that there are were-rats that you have seen in your travels. You have seen werewolves. And logically, there would be were-rats. And were...
That's.
Yeah.
Like, does I imagine I'm not sure how it works in D&D or in this campaign really, but I imagine that
It doesn't. It
werewolves?
doesn't work at all.
werewolves have like maybe a more evil disposition. I'm not sure if this is true, but I'm wondering if where ravens
Mm-hmm.
have like a specific disposition. Like, are they good, evil, neutral? Like, is there any reason to think that this is a positive or negative?
Roll me a insight check combined with Arcana, which would be you roll both and you take the better of the two.
Okay.
That's not it.
The insight. Also not it.
Well,
Well, it's a
with-
10.
With a 10, you would, like, reminiscing more that the ravens warned you multiple times about danger. They didn't have to. This was
No,
all on their
exactly.
own accord. So you would imagine that the were ravens have some form of decency inside of them.
Erwin, did Trish and I see you days ago when we entered these lands? Or maybe one of your companions?
It was not me, but it was indeed one of my companions.
Does Strahd know of this? Your ability?
I cannot say to the fullest. I know that he knows that there are chess pieces moving against him. And I know that the Lady of the Swamp, she knows to some extent that ravens and were-ravens are fighting against her boy, as she sees it, but I do not know if Strahd knows everything.
I'd like to, just to be sure, insight check this.
Sure.
To see if he's telling the truth. Or like the whole truth.
And nothing but the truth. He
Dirty
is,
20.
as far as you can tell, he is indeed telling the truth.
Okay. That gives me a bit of relaxation, to be honest.
Do you mind if we ask Rictavio to join us? I believe I can trust him. If you do as well, I'd like to have him join in on this conversation.
Well, as long as Rictavio and not this Van Richten.
I motion Rictavio to come over.
Hey, how's it going, guys? How's it going? How's it going?
So, Rictavio, you wanted to ask something of Irvin, I believe.
Yeah, but I can't ask it him now, can I? Because I know his true intentions, don't I? So I can't really ask him that question anymore.
What do
No,
you mean?
Well, I'm out of game now. Because now I know
What?
that Irvin
Out of
doesn't
what?
trust-
Out of what?
Meta, totally not
Ah.
meta. Because now I know that he doesn't trust Von Richten and he doesn't trust Victavio, so we won't answer the question either.
He
way.
he trusts Rictavio. He just doesn't trust Van Richten because you told a lot of stories about Van Richten as Rictavio.
Fuck me, Sue.
Susan!
Suzanne, stop making so much noise! She's like,
Susan, as long as it's about the Southern Comfort.
Jesus Christ, Susan!
She's punching a bag of crisps.
She's thrown a Mackies in my face. Anyway, so
Wait,
forgot
he
the question
trusts
I was even gonna
Octavio.
ask. Yeah, but
Yeah,
will he reveal that he's Were-Raven to
Yeah.
me?
he just did.
He just did, didn't he? So, well, that's the question answered. So I think it's time to get to the winery. 'Cause remember, we're all trying to leave town quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Urban, one last question. What are your plans as the keepers?
As the keepers,
We
we will try to support you in any way we can, but to be honest, it's not quite sure how we can. We have seen people come and go, as you can quite imagine and understand, I imagine. Right now I'm heading towards my brother at the winery. I know it
Yes.
is demolished, but I'm sure that with all the people of this town we can make it work again and maybe make a communion. A safe place for all of us.
You must know that the winery has been attacked once or twice even. Do you have the means of keeping this community safe?
Well, I do not know, but we will find out. I have my friends in the sky, as they say. And he leans in. It's the ravens in the sky. And,
Yeah.
well, we have one man that is very powerful, that has become very powerful in the last few days. He's already there trying to secure the place. I'm sure he will do very well.
Who would that be?
You have met him. It's
Yes.
Milovic.
Oh, God.
Wait, who's Milovic again?
He's the kid that.
He's the kid.
It's a-
Yeah.
Yeah, the Zuki kicked into the thing. Has now got a set of
Oh,
armor,
yes,
pretending to be
yes,
a
yes,
fighter.
yes.
But he's nothing more than a peasant.
Wow, Luke. Wow.
One last question comes to mind, actually. Is this Were-Raven ability, is it something one is born with it, or one is to gain it through life?
It is quite hereditary.
Okay. Would that, by perchance, be the Sun-Kissed?
For some strange reason, indeed, only the sun-kissed get to be were-ravens.
But not all of them.
No, they have to be... It's a direct lineage.
That's
so we can
interesting.
become one.
Well, one would need to be fathered or mothered by a were-raven, I understand.
Indeed.
But do
I
you
wanna
know
fly.
from whom this lineage comes? Is there like an ancestor that is to be... that can be named?
Old man Martikov. A great grandfather.
Ah, yes. So,
You know
yes,
him?
the Mordekov family. Yes.
Indeed.
Okay. Good.
Quite.
How, if we are in sudden need of help, how can we get in touch? Through, like, are there ravens following us, or how does this work?
I am quite perturbed that you have not seen us. The brothers following you the last few days. Maybe you are not the observant people that I thought you would be.
We have noticed a couple of times, but not every time, it seems. Well, I'm truly out of questions.
Well, I'm not. This rare raven ability. If some of your brothers have been following us, I assume that this is an ability that you can use at will, rather than only during, say, the full moon.
Indeed. Was that your question?
Yes. Well, one more, but unrelated to the rare raven situation. The Reformation Center, is it still held by the cultists? Is there anyone still gets prisoner there?
It is kept by Lady Wachter.
Lady Wachter died in the fire, didn't she?
She died in a fire, but there were her sons that took over the... well, cult, for lack of a better word, but for some reason she came back. She has horrible burns all across her face and body that I've seen, but she rules the cult with an iron fist. That's one of the reasons we are leaving.
Well, that
We have
makes it
seen
so-
her die, indeed, Trish. What did you say?
I was gonna say that makes it a whole lot more understandable that you are leaving this village. I also wouldn't want to live in a place ruled by the likes of her.
Isn't she opposed of half the town just leaving?
We don't know, and quite frankly, we do not care.
Best hurry up.
I'm
Indeed.
sorry, I have one more question come to mind. Are there were-ravens working for Strahd?
That, detective, is the right question. Bax. You are...
See?
Sorry?
I was looking at Yadun going like, oh, motherfucker. And I was like, yep, see?
Bax, you
You
are
gotta talk to people, man.
standing inside the tavern, if I recall correctly.
No, I wasn't. I was already on my way out. I done a silent prayer to my god, or a loud prayer, and asked him for answers as to why I keep losing people. And then I got a feeling to head northwest, in which I went outside, mounted Gary, my valiant steed,
Uh-huh.
and made haste in that direction.
Much haste.
Much haste.
Much haste.
Forgot my coconut.
You are moving from Velaki west. And imagine that you just follow the beaten path.
Well, I don't really have a destination in mind. I'm just following the scent, the direction it's taking me.
The direction it's taking you.
You said I had a feeling that was drawing me.
Indeed, you do. Do you remember the time of day at the moment?
To be honest, I don't. I had a sleep in Castle Ravenloft before I convinced Thingy to end his life. And then I don't know what time of day it was, though, that we woke up from the dungeons.
Well, I remember.
But you arrived in Vallaki when it was dark, so it's the
Yeah.
night after the Raven.
It was, yeah, because I had that altercation with Thingy, didn't I? So yeah, it's
Yeah,
sometime in night.
Yeah, but like I remember it just turning into the morning last time you did something.
Oh no, that was when I was on top of the castle.
Indeed.
And my amulet refreshed.
Oh,
but that was
really?
before
Okay.
yeah, that's before I slept. It must be either like late night or coming to early morning, I'd imagine.
It is indeed. And as you're riding along on Gary, you are galloping along the road. As far as you can tell, it's nothing out of the ordinary. Do you get a feeling of being watched?
As in, something around me is watching me?
Indeed, something around you is watching you.
I tell him which direction it's coming from.
Roll me a perception check.
Perception. Oh.
You don't really can tell where this is coming from.
Do I feel like I'm in danger?
Well, to be honest, since the moment you got into Barovia, it hasn't felt like you are not in danger.
Okay. I slow down a little bit and just keep my eyes open as I'm going forward.
All right. You have the map in front of you.
I do.
What do you do?
Oh, I didn't realize there's more maps at the bottom. Sorry, my mouse is really playing up, so it's difficult for me to click. I'll just keep moving forward, but at a much slower pace. Keep my eyes open in front of me to see if I see anything. Obviously, because I'm seeing I keep my eyes open and peeled. I'm watching my corners and staying frosty.
And your head on a swivel. Roll
Oh,
me
no.
a perception check.
Come on. There we go. Finally, something higher than a 10.
You hear something moving in the bush to your left.
that close to me,
Indeed.
I immediately stop and rear facing towards it. And I draw my sword and I shout very loudly, make yourself known, friend or foe.
Well, if you're doing this, roll for initiative.
Okay. Wah!
You see a man standing in front of you. He is very well proportioned.
Is he rotund? Is he?
Indeed. What do you do?
Does he look like he's armed?
He looks like one of the people you saw at Yester Hill.
Not one of the ones that killed, was involved in my attempted murder.
Indeed.
I recognize him, right? So I immediately charge him down. Actually, I'll jump from Gary on top of him, try and like tackle him to the ground.
Alright, give me a strength check.
Okay. I am doing it from height as well, obviously, because I'm like jumping off Gary on him.
He catches you and throws you to the side, which means that you are now here.
Okay.
But he is not in any way grappled or anything, but you still have your action. What do you do?
Does he have a weapon in his hand? Does he look like he's like going to attack?
He has a great axe in front of him.
Holding it with like two hands? Like,
Yes.
does he have a murderous look in his eyes by chance?
You are looking at him and he looks like he is about to fucking cleave you in twain.
I just attack him then. So I am targeting him, am I?
You are, and you missed.
And then from the upswing, I'll try and cleave him again.
You miss again.
Of course I do. It's back to that, is it? That is my turn. Yeah, it's my turn.
And that's your turn.
I have an error message popped up when I passed.
Well, there we go. This man tries to attack you recklessly because he is just very much enamored with your
Barbarian.
face that he wants to kill you. So he rolls with advantage on his attack, rolls a 23 which hits and does 8 slashing damage. As he's doing this, the axe hits you in the chest, just cleaving right through your armor. You take a step back, and as you are looking around, you see two more of these people, one with a withered pastel ear, and the other with a goatee, moving out of the bushes.
Okay.
What do you do?
Can you put Gary on the board for me? Because Gary's going to have to play a part in this.
You for sure can.
Do you want to do that?
Here?
Yeah, he doesn't look so threatening, does he? Can you do his actions and stuff to make life a bit easier? Because my mouse is really, really dodgy.
He can.
I'm going to tell Gary to charge towards the Berserker and like attack him. But whether or not, whenever he takes his turn, it's up to you.
Right, give me a second because I will make it so that he is now here.
Ah, there he is. Now he's ready. Right,
There
so
he
I'm
is,
gonna-
and he has your initiative, right?
Yeah, he would share mine unless he goes on his own. But I was on him at the time, so I suppose he would have the same. Wouldn't he?
Right on. What does he do?
He's going to charge towards the Berserker and attack him. So if I select him now, will it select it on mine or on Gary? Or can you do it? You tell me. No, like that, okay.
What, you are attacking the one with the goatee?
Yes, sir. So,
That hits.
and then he does his bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, that's not good.
Why is that not good?
Well, could have been better.
Ah, right.
With a 1 and a 3, it could have been better.
It's about right for what's happening with me at the moment. So that's Gary. He's going to just keep attacking that one for now.
Alright, so what do you do?
I'm going to attack the Berserker still in front of me. How do I go back to doing it for my action?
You just open your... Right.
Oh, never mind. I got it.
You got
I
it?
worked it out. Yeah, I worked it out. So I will attack him.
You miss. And you miss again.
It's my bonus action. I use 10 points of lay on hands on myself, which means I
You
would
touch
use
yourself?
I would have used 25 out of the 35 that I have. I do. I touch myself because when I think about you. So my HP then would go back 10 points to 39.
There you go.
Thank you. And that's my turn and Gary's turn.
Well, do you well proportioned one? Oh shit! No! Attack again because you have advantage on him.
Ah, okay.
He attacks you recklessly.
Recklessly, yeah.
Yeah.
Which means I get advantage on both attacks then, wouldn't I? Was it just one?
No, just this one.
Okay. Doesn't matter anyway.
It didn't matter. All right.
Yeah, worth a try.
Well, he attacks you reckless again. Which means he has advantage. Misses on both attacks. This dude moves towards you, but uses his dash function to move behind you. This dude just is really confused with a warhorse skeleton in front of him. Tries to attack him, but it's not working. Bax, what do you do?
I will continue to attack the guy in front. But
Yeah, you have advantage on this attack.
Yep.
That
Thank God
hits.
for that. I'm going to use the. I'm going to use sorcery points. How many sorcery points do I need to use to convert it into a level 1 spell slot?
There is a table for that, but I have it in front of me here. Meta Magic, where are you?
Is it 2?
That's the wrong one. Font of Magic. Yeah.
So I'll use 2 of my sorcery points to give back a level 1 spell slot, and then I will Divine Smite on the attack. So that's.
Toby, just so you know, it's like this weird progression. It's 2, 3, for first, second level, and then it's 5, 6, 7 for every spell level after that.
I shall bear that in mind, thank you. And then I'll come back again for another attack. Which is not advantage, right?
No.
What the fuck is going on, Jovi? Like since the
don't know.
update, the cheat engine.
I know. And Gary will continue to attack his friend.
Right, are you doing it?
Yeah, I do it. Sorry, that mouse is pretty shit. It's unreal. That one.
Ooh, that's a critical fail.
Oh boy.
Oh no, you don't want to make Gary mad. You don't want to see me when I'm mad.
Alright, let's see. The short-term madness table. Gary. And by further extent, Joby, roll a d100.
Okay. That's that one, and then percentage, and then.
Woo!
now I roll
63. The character experiences vivid hallucinations and has disadvantage on ability checks. Could have been a lot worse.
Yes, it could have. It could have been me. Not to say I don't love Gary.
Right, is that your turn? Or Gary's turn?
Yeah, that's our turn.
Right, this guy once again attacks with advantage and uses his attack to hit you and does 1d12 plus 3 slashing, which is 11. The guy with the pasteled ear is still quite confused. Attacks Gary, misses, and this guy has advantage on his attack. Doesn't do the... he drops a natural 1 and caps a natural 2. But misses altogether. Max, what do you do?
I'm just going to continue my onslaught. And, well, my hitting of thin air.
Onslaught. Indeed.
Something has to land, alright?
It does. Ooh!
Ah!
You slice his throat, and as blood is
I'm going to spin around as I do it.
shooting
So, like,
at your face and then your back as you spin around.
and as I spin around, I'm going to just continue my momentum. Oh, hang on, oh wait, I was using... Wait, what? That's weird. I was just spin around and continue the momentum into the other Berserker with my other attack.
Alright.
I get 2 attacks because my bonus action, because I killed an enemy, I get another attack.
Mm-hmm. That hits.
Oh, they're gonna die now.
Ooh, max damage. Nice.
And then I continue with my last attack.
Also hits.
Oh, I feel...
Damn, dude.
I think my penis can only get so erect.
Ah.
I then use my movement speed. Like, I chop the guy's head off, like, slice his throat. I just spin around, hit the other one, and then just start making a beeline for this other guy. With, like, blood dripping off my armor from his friends. And Gary is going to...
Wait, you have another attack because you just killed him, right?
Oh, I don't know. Does it double stack? I'll take it.
Yeah, it stacks.
Okay, I allow it. You allow it. I'm gonna kill something. Oh my god, I'm...
No you won't.
Oh, wow, it was rough drive. But Gary, on the other hand, he will attack. God, Gary's rolling higher than me. What the hell?
Because he has 2 hooves instead of 1 sword.
You can't vote with that logic. I tell you what, and Gary's just going to move around, just around to the side there. One would say flanking his adversary, which I should have done at the start, if I'm honest. But there you go.
Indeed. Alright, this guy is kind of used to Gary right now, and tries to attack him with advantage. Hits and does max fucking damage. 15 damage, but that's his turn. Bax, what do you do?
I am going to. If I wanted to do non-lethal damage, just like try and chop off his arm, could I do that? Disarm him.
You could certainly try.
I'd like to try to disarm him. Then. I don't want to woundily kill him, but I do want to quite literally disarm him.
Sure.
I have advantage, right? Because Gary's on the other side of it.
Yep.
That's the only way I'm going to actually land it. 214s.
No.
So I just roll normal damage.
Tell me what you're doing.
I'm literally coming straight down. Because I'm assuming he's just gone to swipe for Gary. So I'm just going to bring my great axe down and try to chop off either one arm or two arms. However he's attacking. I want to disarm him.
Right. So you are chopping his arm off?
Yes.
Alright.
So just roll damage.
Sure.
Did his arm come off? Or do I
His
have to try
arm came off indeed.
Okay.
He has, like, his chopping arm has been severed just below the elbow.
I hold my sword up at his face and say, "Yield, and I shall spare your life." And I tell Gary to telepathically. I tell him to like rear to make himself look threatening. And that I won't attack him again. That's my turn. Gary's turn.
Silence descends upon the battlefield. Except for this berserker clutching his arm, and you see blood squirting out as he tries to keep the blood inside. What do you do?
Do I understand what he's saying?
No.
I don't recognize the language.
No.
I motion for him to get down on the ground.
He does. His blood squirting from his arm as he tries to...
I'll like assert dominance by just not breaking eye contact with him, and with my sword in my hand, I'll reach out with my other hand and use like 1 point of lay on hands to heal his stump, so it stops spurting blood, and give him back 1 HP, or at least try and stop the blood.
You can see that the stump is not so much healing as it is cauterized. It's not bleeding anymore. But this man looks very bad, very hurt.
Does he look like he's still got the fight in him? Or...
Roll me an insight check.
Okay. Ah, 5-0. Suck at this game.
This man looks very, very, very angry at you. But he also looks like he is at the end of his life. He looks like he has 1 HP left, but also give me a perception roll.
That's persuasion. That's. Oh, for the God's... Did it roll?
Nope.
Oh, that's lucky because it rolled a 1.
Well, with a 1, no.
Oh, from one extreme
with
to the other.
A natural 19, dirty 20, you hold your... What's your weapon again?
Great sword.
You hold your greatsword at his throat as you're looking around. And you can tell that this area has not been the first time that these ruffians, these berserkers, have tried to hold up travelers. You see a few bodies scattered around that you have not seen before. They are dragged off of the trail.
They men? Are they warriors? Are they women, children? Like, what kind of bodies am I seeing? Or what
You're
can I see?
seeing male bodies.
Do they look like they might have been soldiers or something, or were they just peasants?
It looks like they have been berserkers, like the ones you have just killed. But they've been
right.
dead maybe. Give me a medicine check.
Okay. Okay, now I roll high.
Indeed, they have been dead for a day, maybe two.
So it looked like they're wearing the same clothes as this berserker then.
Yeah.
I can deduce that they're probably from the same clan or family, however they have their. Okay. Can I look around for? Is that all I see? It's just berserker bodies. Is there no other bodies of anyone else?
Nope.
I ask him who did this. I look at Gary and I ask him, "Do you understand what he's saying?" I don't think Gary talks, does he? I'm at a loss. I don't know. Who did this to you?
Well, was quite. Blah, 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 blah.
You've got to help me here. I need something, anything to work with. I have somewhere to be. I need answers.
He looks at you pleadingly.
Pleadingly, as in, he wants to die?
He looks like he is. Oh, give me an insight check.
Oh, that was 17. God damn it! I don't roll that again. God, Grimhouse.
As far as you can tell, he's very scared and wants you to let him go.
I do check good and evil, and he has my full attention. What do I get?
You get nothing from him.
No sense that he's good or evil, just
Nope.
complete empty.
Yeah.
Have I ever felt this before?
In Barovia, no. But outside, yes. Outside of Barovia, you would make this out as, like, not good, not evil.
I look over at his friends that I've just introduced myself to, and I look back at him, and I'm just weighing that up in my mind. I don't want to be responsible for releasing him and then him causing somebody else harm. But at the same time, I don't want to kill quite literally an unarmed assailant.
Inspiration.
So I would, but I've only got 3. So I don't know. You know what it's going to have to be, right? Oh, okay. So I look at him, not knowing if he understands me at all, and I simply say, "Be good." And then I sheath my weapon and go and pat down his friends to see what they had on them. And I tell a lie, I'll back off. I take a few steps back and just point in a random direction and just say, "Run."
Right. Does Gary take an attack of opportunity?
Gary does not.
Alright, he runs off.
And then I'll go and pat down his friends, see what they had on them.
Alright. One of them had a potion on him.
Okay. Does it look like a potion I may recognize?
Well, as you take up the potion, it looks like 3 liquids in this vial are separated into 3 layers colored brown, silvered, and gray, respectively.
Okay. I will put that in my bag, not knowing what it is.
Right, I'll put it in the party sheet.
Okay, it's probably best me not drink it. Anything else on them?
Well, one of them has a potion on him that, for some reason, shimmers.
Does it remind me of a health potion by chance that I believe I have? No, I had a health potion, but I've used it. They have nothing else on them.
One of them has something on them. A pair of stiff leather gloves stitched with what appears to be a fine metal thread.
My divine sense is still on, right? So it lasts for 10 minutes. Am I picking up anything? Do I pick stuff up from object? Guess I would.
With divine sense?
Yeah. Detects good or evil, isn't it?
These objects that you just found are not inherently good or evil.
That is a good point. I will. I'll pick them up, and I'll have a look. I'll have a look at them later. I still feel the call to the northwest, so. And they've cost me valuable minutes of my life I'll never get back.
Indeed, they have.
So I will just put it on this. I will pick them up, and I will spend a bit of time doing the right thing, and I will clean up after myself, and I will attempt to dig a shallow grave for all the bodies here, and I will place them in it and say a prayer over them.
All right.
Because even the most evilest of people, even if they were evil or not, deserve last rites. Everyone deserves last rites.
Indeed, they do. And as you're doing this, let's have a wee little break so I can eat my dinner.
Dun, 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 dun. So talking meta then. So, what's the reason for Rudolph Trish and Seraphine to go to Kresk? Because I know we're heading that direction because we're going to go with them to go to the winery, but why are we stripping off?
Rudolph, what do you have against actual talking? I do not understand why you cannot just discuss this.
I love it. Are you talking in a metal? Fucking shut up.
I'll be back.
Well, Seraphine, you know, I just can't reveal myself in front of these people. They're monsters after all.
Oh, yes, but we do have to discuss where to go. And we did so in a metaphorical way last week, but I do not remember what reason we found to go there.
I can't quite remember myself, but all I know is that maybe the church and the Reformation Center can go on hold until we regroup.
Yeah, we decided on that.
Mm.
What was it again?
You
What was-
heard that this ghost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ghost.
And
of
he was
Sukinja.
called Zucket, so like we would have good reason to go there.
Glad y'all remembered.
Joe. Don't be little. Don't be a little boy about it.
I was gonna say, but
Don't abandon me.
you got to find out what happens to Killian yet. That'll be a fun encounter when you find your killer.
Yeah, so let's go to Kresk. When everyone gets back.
How are we gonna get into Kresk?
Joe, you love that thing. I'm so jealous.
I do, man.
Like scratching that whole body.
Right? Fucking love it. Don't even have to use my fingers.
I need to get one. For like those little spots on your back.
Right?
Like not like zits, but like those I don't know what you call them.
The areas you can't scratch.
Yeah, but like there's little like thingamajiggies. Like not scabs, but like just normal stuff that you never like get to scratch.
You might want to go and see a doctor about that.
No.
What are we talking about?
Well, you know, like when you scratch your back, there's like sometimes like these little what the fuck do you call them? Like not scabs, but
Blackheads.
I don't know. Yeah.
How did you get from talking about how you're going to get to Kresk to coming back to listening to back scratching and blackheads?
Look what Joe is doing.
Joe is scratching.
Oh.
Sorry,
That's
I got
how-
caught up in the conversation. So what the fuck? That's not what I left. You were talking about. Should I have killed him?
The Berserker.
We were not there.
No, I know that, but I'm asking you out of the game.
What's your alignment?
Indeed.
Good.
Good.
Well, you did the good thing.
Did I?
You let him
But the-
survive, yeah.
But the question becomes, doing a good action, you might think you're doing a good action, but in turn, I might be doing a bad one because down the line, he could be responsible for killing a busload of children.
Yeah, but you
sounds
gave
an
him
awful
mercy,
lot like
showed him mercy.
life.
Hmm.
It's horrible,
Right.
isn't it?
That's my point I'm trying to make.
You may
Just
have
'cause
made
you're-
a mistake. You may have not. It's up to the DM in the end.
Either way, you made a good decision.
Thank you, Joe.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
made a decision.
I made a decision.
Right?
Oh, but that's important.
Well, if you had the baby Hitler in front of you, you wouldn't kill it
That's
because it's
the-
a fucking baby.
But then knowing that's exactly the opposite of the argument, isn't it?
Mm.
You might do an evil action, but it might actually turn out to be a good action. It's all about perspective, isn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Perspective
Mhm.
sucks.
Well, I'm a photographer and I can tell you perspective is really important, okay?
Okay.
My
Totally not all
judgment is what it
Photoshop.
used to be, and I can tell you, it really doesn't matter. Okay.
Man, I'm eating crisps, and like the tiniest part went down the wrong hole.
Oh yeah.
That's what they all say.
Talking
Off.
about that closet.
Yes.
Are you coming out of it?
No, Joby and Joe are both coming out of it.
Yeah,
we
they're
were
both
never
going
in it.
into it for a nice little quiet time.
Oh
Oh,
my
Joby,
god.
How did it turn out with the job talk?
I have no idea because I haven't been back yet. First day back tomorrow.
Wait, you haven't?
No, I've had the week off.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I was on
nice.
holiday. I'm totally relaxed and happy and chilled out. So-
Did
Are
you
you being-
go anywhere?
Are you being are you being British sarcastic or is
No,
this
I'm
like
being
actually-
100%.
Okay.
It's my first holiday, proper real week-long holiday that I've had in like 6 months. The
Really?
most I've been off, the most I've been off work is like 3 days. That was over Christmas.
Oh, and you had some stupid work hours.
I have got super workouts, yeah, but it's I feel completely relaxed and chilled out. Yeah, it's really nice. I doubt it'll last. It probably.
I was going to say,
that
tell me the
feeling will
same
disappear
tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow afternoon, I'll
Right.
start work tomorrow. I'll probably be like 10 minutes in and I'll be like, no, fuck this shit, I'm going home. But no, I am totally happy and chilled out. Very strange. feeling.
Nice.
Me? Happy? I'm not hungry?
Joby's not in a rage? What's going on?
Everybody's got to have a good day.
Hmm.
It
points
sounds
come
like a
back
song.
after a rest,
Everybody's
Sorry?
Does the sorcery points come back after a long rest or short rest?
Long.
Long.
If you are a sorcerer and get to level 20, like normally you have like the big end ability at level 20. For sorcerers, it is you get your sorcery points back at a short rest. Yay.
That would make you quite powerful.
Well, but like it's not
You'd
a
have a
level
fight,
20
take a-
ability, dude.
No, but you'd have a fight, take a break, have a fight, take a break.
He's back. He's back.
shit,
he's
he
back,
can hear it,
He's
he
back,
can hear it.
He's back.
Totally not going to get the recording.
Hide the turret again, Joby.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
your-
I picked up.
put your phone
I
in
picked
the
up. A,
bin.
I went downstairs the other night to pick something up off the floor, and I thought, oh, he's done one on the floor. And I went over to reach to pick it up, as you do. Turned out it was a slug. It's like, oh, okay.
Nice.
Well, it depends on the person. Like it could be like worse or better than a turret, depending on
Yeah,
how
it's
much
about-
you hate slugs.
Well, if
Depends
she's
on
French,
the
she'll
person.
probably eat it.
Ugh.
Escargot.
It's gotta go.
Ay, 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 ay.
That's creepy as shit.
It's a one scared-looking cat. Look at it. Oh my God, save me! Blink if you're in danger.
He's choking me.
It's just sitting
I
here.
kind of like it.
It's just sitting here right now. Like, what's happening?
Or like Joby, the meme from what series is it again? Well, the sentence is this better not awaken something in me.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Community.
Yeah.
Yes, I minimized Fantasy Grounds and I remaximized it, and now like the UI is slightly larger than the screen, so I think I have to. Yeah, I have to restart Fantasy Grounds for a second.
Excuses.
Excuses. All because you don't want a TPK.
You laugh, but that might actually be a real thing if I get overwhelmed. Because I'm a one-man party at the moment, aren't I?
Mm.
Oh, Sebas,
Yeah.
can you? Am I still in the game according to Fantasy Grounds?
Yeah.
Yes.
I will.
Kick
You
him.
can kick me.
Bye.
Hello. Supposedly. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Unable to save file. Please restart Fantasy Grounds. And what?
Bum bum ba-dum.
Okay, now Fancy Grounds is really barfing up.
Connection lost. Waiting for
Close the program,
reconnect.
please.
Ow. Ow.
Settings.
Ow.
I have to clear the cache or something?
Your nails are hurting me.
I shall slowly kill you, human. Join game. Let's try it again.
The possibility or the percentile of your cat killing you is very low, but never zero.
It's never 0. No.
Did you know that you're statistically more likely to be killed by falling coconut on your head than you are by a shark attack?
Indeed.
Yeah, because stay out the fucking water.
Stay out coconuts. No, seriously. Statistically
Yeah.
speaking, more people die a year from coconuts falling on their head than they do by shark attacks.
Yeah, but Shark Week.
Yes.
I suppose if you had to die, I'd rather be like not see it coming and die by a coconut than be mauled by a shark.
Well, you won't see any like either of the two coming.
Well, no, but if you kind of sense if a shark's coming, right, in a water full of them, just go to the swimming pool one day and all of a sudden get mauled by a shark out of nowhere.
Mm.
I mean,
Well,
Ever heard
apparently,
of them street sharks?
what sharks?
or loan sharks.
Yes, indeed.
Those are the worst.
You cannot turn a street corner or there's a shark in front of you.
Yeah.
That's brought a tear to my eye. That. Thank you for that.
Also, apparently, every shark attack is a misunderstanding on the shark side because 1, they don't like us to eat us, and 2, they probably think we're like not a
Seals.
sea lion.
Yeah,
a
seals.
seal.
Or sea
Yeah.
lions. Yeah.
So like every
It's Christmas
time
weight, right?
they get attacked, they're like, "Oh shit, this wrong guy."
And then they try to fix it by biting the wound shut, which just
Yes.
makes it worse.
Sorry, sir. Pardon. I'm a back.
Well,
Welcome back.
if you're back, Seraphim,
I am back.
Trish, Rudolph,
Retro's danger.
tell me what you guys are doing.
Standing in the pub drinking. Hey.
Trish, we should probably go after that story that someone named Zukat was heading west to Kresk.
Yeah.
We had
I-
a talk about this just hours ago, but I've already forgotten what we decided to do first and then second.
Well, I think we were going to have a look at the information center, but if it's still under cultist control, then I wouldn't risk it with just the 3 of us. It's not worth it, I think.
No. I'm not fond of seeing Lady Wachter after everything that happened. We might be in grave danger, actually. We should probably move out quick.
Find
Yeah.
the rest of the party
But
and regroup.
let's-
Come back.
Can we? Because I do kind of miss my bow. Can we? Let's stop at like wasn't there a weapons store in town?
Yeah, there's a blacksmith here, isn't there?
There was a
Maybe-
blacksmith, indeed.
Maybe he dabbles in bows as well. I just want to check it out to see if he has anything
Well,
that I can buy.
in that case, Trish, do you have any means of disguising yourself?
Not particularly.
Erwin, do you have some children's clothing or like small person clothing here in the tavern?
I might have something of my children when they were little. Let me check. And he like puts down the cup that he was polishing, drying, and moves upstairs. Takes a bit of time. And at one point you hear, "Ah, Jesus Christ!" And after a few minutes, you see him come down with a bundle of clothes.
Oh, dude, I have children's clothes from when I changed myself for the hag.
Yeah, you
What's the
turned
name?
into a child, didn't you?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will change into some commoner clothing that I have on me, which look a bit tattered, and they are a bit smelly, but I did wash them. And I will change myself to look like someone. I will do so out of sight from Irvin, though. So I'll probably go back to our room upstairs. But I will basically change myself into someone that might be moon touched. Like I look a bit drab.
You have black clothing?
Oh wait, they wear black? Oh, in that
Black
case,
and
no.
grey.
Find a fireplace and cover it in soot.
Well, the commoner clothing that I found in the swamp, it was very old. But do you have like
If it was
maybe
very
there's a
old, roll me, and this is borrowing from Call of Cthulhu. Roll me a luck check. Just roll me a D100. Well, anything over 50 would have been good. A 57 is a regular success for you right now. And
gray or something.
it's gray, but if you like make it wet a bit, it looks very dark.
Well, I will do what Von Richten suggested. Maybe put some ashes on it, make it a bit darker and gray, and I will make myself look like I haven't been in the sun for a while. You know, like slightly unhealthy.
Yeah.
And I will tell this to the group before I go, and I will wait at the front door, and Trish can take the clothing that was given to her by Erwin, or I'll give mine.
Right.
Well, I guess I'll take Erwin's clothing and I'll head into the bathroom and change.
And I'm just gonna stand there going,
And-
why are we doing this? Why are we?
And, yeah,
posing
I'm
as
looking.
moon-touched?
I'm looking at Rudolph. I'm going like, and I'm
Seraphine, get back in here.
Seraphim, why are we playing dress up?
I'm outside.
Yeah,
I'm just
but
gonna open the door, walk over,
I'm-
open. Why are we doing this?
Because and like I look around to see if anyone can hear us, and if there's no one around, I say,
The person that has gotten killed, Lady Wachter. She came back. That's what we heard. And if she recognizes us, we are dead.
Nope, nobody knows who killed Lady
She
Wachter.
knows.
It was a fire.
Yes, and in some miraculous way, we survived.
We were not there.
Well, we were supposed to be there, remember? We were held there.
Yes, your bodies will not be among the dead.
All
She
right.
is not stupid, Trish.
Right. Good point.
So, you want to go to a weaponsmith, right?
Yeah, just to have a quick look, see if they have any bows.
Von Richten, you've been here a while, so I suppose you know one.
Well, you've seen him yourself, but
Mr. DM, did he survive the riots?
Did who survive what now?
there's a blacksmith in Vallaki. He only does simple weapons. I remember. We've seen him a couple of times before. He was going to make some armor for Hansel. No, he told us to go and see Vasily. He was the one who told us about Vasily in the first place. I can't remember his name. Yes, is he still alive? Is he still here?
Have you checked up on him?
No, not for a long time. That's why I ask.
Well, if you haven't checked on him, I'm not gonna tell you if he survived anything or not.
Yes, I know.
So
Place. Let's go.
Onwards.
Onwards to glory. Come on. I'll leave the cart here.
You check at where the blacksmith would be, and Seraphim Trish, as you approach this house, you recognize it from the first time you entered Vallaki. There's a light from inside this house, and there is what you can tell a lot of murmuring that was not what I wanted to do, but you can hear somebody toiling away at a forge.
So he's still alive then.
Somebody's alive inside.
But if you two posing as Moon Touch, I better go in. So you want a bow? I'll get you a bow. I'm gonna walk in.
Well,
Hello?
I'm gonna follow in like the 30 seconds after and just kind of like.
Rudolph, are you dressed
This
as...
guy, he sees Rictavia.
Right, you see a burly-looking man at the forge toiling away. And as you say, hello, indeed, that's how you sound. He looks up and says, "You there, elf! Hand me those pliers!" And
Pliers. Where are the pliers?
give me
I'm not a working man, I don't know.
Indeed. Give me a perception check.
Not very percent.
You do not really know what pliers are, so you just grab the first thing on the rack, and I imagine you hand it to him.
Mhm.
He keeps on toiling away at the forge, at the anvil, sparks flying everywhere. And as you're holding it out to him, he says, What, man, are you daft? That's not the plier. There! And you can tell that he's pointing at one particular rack.
Those? The ones... Pass them to him.
Do you move towards the rack, or...?
Yeah, I'll move towards the rack, I'll grab the first thing, I'll walk back up towards it, I'll poke it in the face. You mean these?
Roll me a retroactive perception check. Yes, man, indeed. And he takes them from you and uses the pliers to take hold of whatever he is hammering on at the anvil and just puts it into the water. Takes it back and puts it into the fire. He leaves it there for a certain amount of time that you are not privy to because you just arrived.
Oh, it's a shame that I've established that I don't know about metallurgy because I just said, yeah, you're supposed to use oil there, not water. But anywho, my good man. You know me, I'm the carnival master, you know, you've seen me around town, you know, you see that shit's kicking off and I kind of like feel like I need a weapon, you know?
I don't get around town. Who are you again?
Rictavio, you know me, Tricky Ricky, you've seen me in the bar, you've seen the things I do for the kids.
This is gonna take some acting for me, but I don't drink.
No, I know that's a lie. Everybody drinks.
I don't drink.
Anywho, I'm quite a big thing in the town. You know, who cares? Who cares? Look, I need a weapon. All right.
What kind of weapon
Willing
do
to
you
pay.
need?
Have you got a lovely bow? You know, maybe something small. You know, I'm not really a weapon type. You know, a little short bow maybe. Boom.
This ornate bow that I've been working on for quite some time, but...
Look, ornate sounds a bit expensive and a bit out of my price range. I know the clothes deceive you, but... I'm thinking something, you know, just to get the job done.
What job?
Well, you know, if I'm down a back alley, I'm just there, you know, shooting the dice down the alley, you know. Then someone comes up behind me, I just want to go, boom, you know, in the face. A little short bow can hide under here, you know. You know, something a halfling would use. And I turn around at Trish who walks in there and I go, you know, someone about that size would use, you know. Yeah, see?
Sounds like you need something more than just a bow. You need a bit of warning.
Who, me? A warning? Of what? What?
With you skulking in alleys, you need a bit of warning, don't you, little man?
Everyone must make a bit of money. And it would be rude to come in between someone's meal, wouldn't it, sir?
It would. He just keeps toiling away. But
you mind if I just have a little look around them? Yeah. Okay, I'll just get out your way.
Sure. Anything you see is up for sale at a certain price.
Is there any bows about? Can I see any little bows?
Well, there are a few bows around. I know one that looks very sturdy. A bow that looks like it's encrusted with a few gems. A bow that has metal points at the ends. A plain wooden bow. A short bow. A bow that has gold tips at the end. A bow that has a silver string around it. Like the string is silver.
Ooh.
and a few crossbows, a few longbows. A few of them are ornate, a few of them are very plain, both the longbows and the shortbows. What do you do?
I'm gonna pick just a longbow up. I'm gonna give Trish a look of, you know, yeah, like that. Walk back up to the blacksmith and say, "Is there anywhere I can test this? Come on, my man, let's go at the back." And just start trying to walk him off out the back.
Which
Don't mind it, it's moon touched in it, I won't do nothing.
which longbow are you picking up?
Just any random longbow, just...
Alright, roll me a d4.
Yeah, didn't roll, or did it roll? Yep. Do that.
Alright. So that means that you are right now standing. You let the man away and he reluctantly leaves his work, but he can tell that you are gonna pay a handsome price for whatever you pick up.
Well, while I'm at the back, it's time for Trish to do her thing.
You picked up a longbow, right?
Yes.
Trish actually used a longbow.
No, it's not the longbow that I've got. I've distracted the man. Moon touch have no orders, do I? So he's not going to be bothered about a moon touch.
Right. Rudolph, it's in the party sheet, this longbow.
I can't find it in the party sheet because the party sheet looks completely different. Oh, there it is. Exemplary longbow. Oh, it's lovely.
Trish, do you see anything you like? What kind of bow are you interested in?
Yeah, I'm looking at some of these short bows. DM, what kind of short bows does he have?
Well, there are a few short bows. Again, there's
And are there? Sorry.
no.
And
go
are there price tags displayed?
There are no price tags displayed, but you can again see a plain wooden bow. You see a bow with silver tips where the string is attached. You see a bow with golden tips where the string is attached, and you see a short bow with a golden wire, a golden string, as it were.
Dear sir, are any of these bows magical, or are they just ornate?
I don't do magic. But I am a craftsman.
Ah. Some people call them masterwork, then maybe?
Yes, or exemplary.
Hold on, wouldn't he be at the back with me?
He would, that's why he's yelling back.
Good sir, how much do you ask for these bows?
Depends on the bow you're choosing. Right, Elf.
Oh,
Show me what you got. Little girl, You do not look like one of the Moon Touch to me. You talk too much. Who are you?
I'm a customer.
Wait, I'm not actually Seraphim. I just realized. So I just talk in like a plain voice. I say, "Oh, this is my child. She wants to have a bow to hunt. She needs to learn to take care of her own."
Deception check.
While the blacksmith's pointed towards you two on behind you, going, shut up.
DM, what do you want me to roll deception check on exactly? Because that determines.
Well, basically, you are dressed in black. You're telling the blacksmith that this is your daughter.
Yeah.
You are looking like one of the Moon Touched. Trish is looking like a child. You're
So it's about my identity, right?
Basically, yes.
Okay. Because in that case, I can roll with advantage. 23.
He looks at you and says, "All right, make it quick. What do you want? I'm with a customer."
Well,
Tell him, sweetie.
what I want depends on the price.
How much money do you have, little girl?
No, around 100 gold pieces.
Oh, that's exactly what a bow costs around these parts. You're in luck.
Inside check.
Yes, inside check.
Right, with advantage.
As in both with advantage?
Sure, because he's lying. You
Yes,
can just
exactly.
tell. Or not. Well, Trish
Wow,
can
we
tell.
both rolled the same number on the advantage. As in 2 6s for me and 2 14s for Jeroen.
Jeroen, you know that this guy is lying. Seraphim, you are not really sure, but he's probably lying.
Yeah. Well, I would like to use. I haven't done this in a while. I would like to use my Heart of Darkness ability. And I say, "What? No, sweetie. You shouldn't spend all your money at once. We don't have a lot of money. She needs that money to take care of her life later on. Could we have like a good price for this, sir?"
Are you talking to me or your girl? Because you just called me sweetie or her sweetie.
No. I talked to her, to Trish, and then at the last moment I turned to the guy.
And that makes sense, yes.
Yes.
What does your Heart of Darkness do? Can you share?
Yeah. Where is it again?
It's the background, isn't it?
Yeah.
Those who look into your eyes see that you have faced unimaginable horrors and that you have no... Oh, Jesus Christ, this sound. That I might fear the
Nice.
conduct of expend you ever courtesy and do the help much to help you unless you have shown yourself to be a danger to them. They will even take up arms. Well, that's a very good caveat. But he looks at you and like you can tell that he is visibly uncomfortable with asking 100 gold for a bow at this moment. And he looks at you and to the girl, and looks at you and to the girl, and just moves back to the elf behind him. And Rudolph, give me a deception check.
A distraction check. Well.
He looks at you and says, "Just test them out. She wants a short bow anyway." And he turns back to you and says, "Right, little girl. I will be plain with you. What do you want?"
Well, I just want a good bow that fits my size that I can use, for self-defense, maybe for some hunting.
Yes, a +1 short bow. Yes, exactly.
You want 2 short bows? That's silly. But I will tell you right now. You are right now very small. But as you grow, you do not want a short bow. You want a long bow, and you want to change the longbow for nothing else. If you start right now with a short bow, you have to learn to use the longbow all over again. Trust me, I speak of experience. I was a tiny little boy. But I will sell you a longbow for 50 gold.
Oh, but I don't think I will grow much more. It's a family affliction.
But your mother is very tall and you are very short. I am sure you will
We don't have much
grow.
food.
Sorry?
We're
It's-
really hungry.
If you're really hungry, I have some food back here. Don't worry.
This is my adoptive mother. I adopted her.
Also, yes, I forgot.
Deception check with disadvantage. Quite. I understand how it goes. Your own mother, she perishes. You meet a new one and you just adopt her. I've done the same with my wife and my children. And my grandmother.
You adopted your wife?
Yes, and my grandmother.
Sounds illegal.
It's only illegal if the count says it is, and he has been silent on the matter for far too long. Anyway, so you want a short bow? Great.
Yes, please, sir.
And he gestures towards the short bows on his wall and takes a look at the elf still shooting arrows.
Got any van braces?
I do not do armor, I just do weapons. Silly fucking elves. Please. I have a bow that's made of wood. I have a bow that's made of wood with silver tips. I have a bow that's made of wood with gold tips, and I have a bow that's made of wood with a silver lining.
Does that add anything to the weapon? The tips or the string?
Well, some might say that the more expensive the bow is, the better it is, but I do not know. I have had a lot of killing with just a plain bow.
So does it matter or what?
What's the price difference between the two?
The price difference between the regular bow or a more ornate bow, it is... We dilly-daddle. How much gold do you have again?
About 80 gold pieces.
I can hear Faye laughing.
Indeed. About 80, that's not a lot for a very special bow.
Please, sir.
Can I have some more? No! But you are a small child, and I imagine you would use this bow to protect yourself from the wolves and the less savory people in this town or around. Tell you what, you roll me a d4, and I will tell you which bow you can buy.
Nice.
You can either buy the bow that is plain, made of wood. You can buy the bow that has the silver tips or the bow that has the gold tips. Which one do you want?
Well, I do like shiny things. I'll go with the gold tips.
I will go with the gold tips. Wonderful. Give me 100 gold, please.
Oh. This is us role-playing our way to Crest, by the way.
He's only supposed to come here to steal a boat.
I believe we said 80.
No, you said you had 80. But your mother there, she looks like a woman. She must have some gold, or she might be able to acquire some gold. From her husband, no funny business.
I still look very sad using my Heart of Darkness ability. Like, emitting poverty, basically.
I would make you roll persuasion, but you already like aced it the last time. Okay. So for 80 gold, you can have either the plain bow or the one with the silver tips. Which one do you want?
Oh, okay. I'll settle for the one with the silver tips.
Well, you have chosen poorly. But alas, this is what you want. And he hands you the bow.
Wait. What do you mean
Why-
poorly?
Why is she?
Well, no matter.
No, it does matter.
It did
It does?
a while ago. But now, it does not anymore. Here you go. A short bow. Just for you. And he takes it off the rack. Tests it like... and hands it to you. It's in the party sheet.
Why is everyone so cryptic in this fucking country? Like,
Because the DM has seen Indiana Jones and the Holy Grail.
okay. So it doesn't actually matter. Okay, I'll
knows
fucking
this-
insight check the guy. 15. Like,
as far as
does
you know,
actually
it doesn't matter.
Okay, there you go. It's fine, sweetie. I tap Trish on the head. You can hunt for boar now. Maybe we can eat next time.
I do like me
Wow,
some boar
maybe
stew.
we can eat next time. Wow.
And I as I look very sad, and I will give the shopkeeper my 80 gold pieces.
In silver.
One
80 gold pieces. Oh my-
count them one by one.
Yes.
2, 3, 4,
Yes.
5.
Oh, that reminds me of that
Six.
scene, that scene we had in Cell's campaign. That we tried to get a room for like 2 copper pieces, and we haggled about the price. And I just put a
yes.
bag of gold pieces on the front. This should cover it, and there's like a bag of gold pieces. Indeed. So that's 6 silver pieces.
6 silver pieces for the silver bow? Yes, okay.
No. You have paid me 6 silver pieces. I would require more. You said you had 80 gold pieces. Where are they?
Oh yes, here I'm counting. I'm giving you. That's. Oh, are they silver?
Back.
1 gold piece. 2
Indeed.
gold piece. 3 gold piece.
3 gold
4
pieces.
gold pieces.
Ah. And you keep on counting till you get to 80, I imagine.
Yes, or until I get to 75, and I go like, was that 74 or 75?
I don't know.
I think it was 76. Just 4 more.
76.
Right, give me
77?
a deception check with advantage because your mother is backing you up.
We're scamming this guy out of 1 gold.
1 gold is 1 gold.
Oh, yes.
I think it was 77 even?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
3 more, sweetie. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, 78, 79, 80.
he just like puts his hand on the opposite side of the counter and just slams all the gold pieces towards him. And as a few of them fall on his feet, he's like, but he leans back, grabs the bow, and puts it into the party sheet.
Oh yeah.
I have
It's a
acquired one unidentified item.
Woo!
Indeed, you did. Elf,
Yes, 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 yes. Boom.
why don't you go back to your brethren and leave the bow here?
They're not my brethren. I can't believe you'd serve Moon Touched, if I'm honest. I mean, I'm actually quite disgusted. I'm going to put the bow on me, walk towards the door. I'm not having this. You are literally talking with people without souls, and you're just sold them weapons. They're just going to go round it in the place. Going to walk straight out the door,
So
pull
unkind.
pull the curtain forward, pull it back behind me, pull my hat off quickly, and just turn round as Rudolph as they're walking. Morning.
Are you for sure doing this? Because
Yes.
we can roleplay this out.
Yes.
Alright, as you're
We-
walking outside, and the moment you walk outside, you like close the curtain.
Yes.
It is forcefully opened, and this guy is looking at you as you take off your hat and turn into
Ah,
another
yes.
person, still
It's worth
with
a
the
try.
bow around your back, and he says, "No funny business, elf."
I'm not an elf.
Give me my bow back, or pay for it. I'm fine either way.
I'm gonna give the bow back. I can't blame a man for trying.
Well, I can, but I won't. For now, don't show your face or the other face at my shop again.
Well, by the sound of it, you don't get out much anyway.
That's why I know everybody who gets inside this shop.
Oh, no, I better put my my lovely exemplary bow back in the party sheet.
Indeed.
Was there a shop that sells magical items in this town?
I don't know, but we can come back and say that. We really need to get to Kresk.
You don't know.
Well, we've been walking around town. We haven't seen anything like it.
You haven't seen a magic shop, indeed.
Might be interesting to check when we get back later.
Should we load up on the cart and get out?
Yes, let's go to Kresk.
Are we joining the caravan or?
No, we should just...
Just go on
Go.
our own.
Yeah.
Then do you want to go out with numbers? Remember the Berserkers last time?
Sorry, what do you mean?
The Berserkers we met on the road on the way back here. I
Yes.
would rather we didn't get attacked by them, and if we're safety in numbers, you know, if there's a whole caravan, we won't get attacked, I don't think. They can go to the winery, we can branch off and go to Kresk at the last moment.
No, but I imagine if we're on the cart, we can make quite the speed. So we just run them over and head off our way.
Don't stop for anyone. I like your way
No.
of thinking.
Yeah. Like, does the cart go faster than like 30 feet?
Well, a horse will go significantly faster than 30
Right,
feet,
yeah,
and
so,
two of
like-
them, even with a horse behind. But if you are traveling by caravan, caravans don't move that fast.
No,
Yeah.
walking speed. That's what I mean. Like, I'd rather go fast now than
All right, Sonic.
gotta go
Gotta
fast. Also, I want to get Joe on this action.
All right, you are traveling by
Like,
car.
before we have 45 minutes to get Joe in on the action.
Never know what's gonna happen.
Well, all the breadcrumbs lead to Kresk to meeting all of our new friends.
Right. So tell me now, are you traveling by caravan or are you just hauling ass to Kresk?
Hauling ass in the carriage, in the cart, in Rictavio's cart.
All right.
One question before we leave, DM. I remember you saying that there was this like house or building where they stored money that we saw or heard about.
Another thing to check out when we get back.
I probably said something like this. I do not know.
This was like
But I
in
can
one of the
write
first
it in.
sessions.
I can write it
Okay.
in if you want me to.
Yes.
All right.
There was this like safe with the town's funds or something. I remember something like this.
Well, like the town's funds were in the burgomaster's mansion that you burned. Or somebody burned, not you. And they might have been transferred to the new burgomaster's mansion that you definitely burned. So
Yeah, we took a lot of money out of there.
indeed. For some reason, everywhere you go, things get burned.
Every step you take, I'll be burning you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're on the road.
Yeah.
On the road.
On the road again.
Can I like spend the time that we're on the roads to take a look at this bow and kind of like give it a couple practice shots?
Sure.
I'll spend some time reading.
Doing a drive-by shooting. Boom.
Right, so Trish, you are checking out this bow and you're testing its string, getting an arrow in there, like, almost shooting it, not right, almost shooting, not right, almost shooting it, pew! And you're sure you missed it by like 1 centimeter of target, and as it goes, it just moves a bit to the right and hits on target. You're not quite sure what happened there. You try again, and this time you purposely aim a centimeter to the right of the target. And as it's moving, it just as it's about to miss the dead on the target, it moves 1 centimeter to the left. You have a +1 short bow.
Oh yeah. Oh, which is great because it does magical damage, I believe. Does it not? Because that's important when there is resistance against non-magical damage.
It is two-handed magical.
There you go.
Noise.
That's really important.
It is very nice. You could have not done better.
Awesome. Again, so I'll be reading the whole way as much as I can.
All right, what are you reading?
Well, the book.
The book, which was the book about...
With the weird letters.
Where is your inventory?
The second to last one.
There you go. You have so many books. Oh my god.
I'm actually not sure if you actually have given me the item. I don't remember. Wait, is it in the party sheet maybe? No. I think you had to make it or something.
Yeah. It was the book that the dude gave to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and as you're reading it, at first the letters do not really make sense. Even the book, not only the letters, but even the book, it feels old, archaic. And as you're flipping through the pages, the more you're flipping through it, the more it makes sense to you. Here and there a word, here and there a sentence. And as you keep reading, you notice that this book is ancient. It is at least a history check, please.
History. Not my best.
Definitely
It
not.
is at least a day old.
Yeah.
Could I glance over as I'm hitting the reins and try and deduce how old the book is in his hands?
Sure.
Because you might like this one. Well,
It is at least
We go.
a century. No. It's at least a century old, this book. But some of the things inside this book do not add up with what you know about Barovia. You have read the memoirs of Strahd, and Rudolph, you know for a fact that Barovia is older than 4 centuries. But as you're glancing at this book that Seraphim is reading, and Seraphim as you're glancing inside this book, like, all you can tell is, like, it's about a century old. But not all the words and all the sentences and all the paragraphs make sense at this moment.
would I know where I could find more information about this? And I'm going to use my researcher ability. A lovely little lace up my sleeve about lore.
Well, when you I will read it for everybody. When you attempt to learn or recall a piece of information or lore, if you do not know that information, you can often know where and from whom you can obtain it. Usually this information comes from a library or a scriptorium or university, or even a sage or other learned person or creature. Your DM, the voice in the sky, might rule that the knowledge you seek is secreted, or secreted
away.
in an almost inaccessible place, or that it simply cannot be found. Unearthing the deepest secrets of the multiverse can require an adventurer or even a whole campaign to find something that might make them mad.
Ow.
Rudolph, roll me a straight D20.
Coming
A
in
naked
strong.
D20.
You look at the book that Seraphim is holding in his hands, and for some reason the letters on the page are squirming and moving about, and you are immediately reminded of the secretive writing of a lich.
Oh.
You make the connection of a lich and ancient magic. do you tell the people around you about this?
Can I just say his name? Just gonna look at the book, look down and go, Azalin.
Everybody roll me a d20. Everybody that's on the cart right now. Rudolph,
Yes?
Seraphim, you are quite gifted in the occult. But Trish, you are not a person of magic whatsoever. I want you to roll me a D100.
Trish or us?
Trish. Have fun, Trish.
Wait, what?
Have you read it, Trish?
You're muted.
Oh, sorry. I was asking how long the duration is.
The duration is about 10 minutes.
Okay. So I start crying profusely. Like,
Trish, what's going on?
I don't know. Rain's good.
Are you thinking about something, Trish, or do you need some time?
Are you displeased with your new bow?
no, it's Ah!
Is she always like this, Seraphim? Like,
No, she's always mentally very strong. She's a bit stoic, actually. I do not know what's about this. This is very untypical for her.
I'm gonna totally look through all my abilities now to see if I can work out what's going on. I got
Did
nothing.
something? Did some? Are you okay, Trish? Do you need help?
Do you want to pet the tiger? Would that make you happy?
That's not sensual
Roar.
at all. Right, Trish.
Is Trish like not responding or?
No, she's like, for the next 10 minutes, she is weeping.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Whoa.
hold the reins with one hand and just stroke her back. There. You'll be fine. Trust me. I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna keep giving Seraphim a look of.
We'll find out. Let her have her space.
By the way, I would have changed back into Seraphim on the road and changed back in my original clothes as well.
Right, as you have done this, Seraphim, give me a insight check.
Bruh.
Rudolph, you can help Seraphim, but you have disadvantage on this.
Disadvantage. Come on. It's because I got a +7.
Wow, 2/10.
Both of you rolled a cumulative 10, but if you're looking at Trish, who is crying profusely, You do not really know what's happening.
It doesn't look like threatening, right? Like she's under pain or something.
No.
Oh, well, I'll just leave her be then.
Maybe the place is getting to her. This is quite a evil place. But more importantly, do you know whose book that is?
Oh, not yet. It seems to be telling our story at the end. It describes what we're doing. And it writes it as we do it.
I think I might need to consult the man in the sky about this one. So totally meta, not freaking thingy. Am I right in saying how I'm thinking right now that he's watching us?
The horse just gave you an answer.
The horse.
It did. It did.
Wait, Oh, I don't hear sound on Sirenscape.
Well,
No,
that's on you, not on me.
Oh.
Yeah,
I-
oh, oh, Sirenscape. Oh.
No, I had it on, but I just I now noticed that it's not.
It's been quiet for a
playing any
while.
music anymore. I hadn't noticed it. I think at the blacksmith is the last time I heard anything.
Yeah, I'll stop Sirenscape right now. And I'll restart it. Let's see if everybody hears it again.
I was like, what horse? Yeah, I can hear something now. Chirping.
Yes.
Can I do an Arcana check on the book to see if it's still active when it's closed?
Sure. Seraphim, are you closing the book?
No,
Sorry,
I'll
if it
just
close that
keep
book
reading.
right now. No,
Oh,
close
okay.
that book right now.
Yes. Okay, I'll close it.
It is still like it gives an aura of magic indeed.
Well, carry on reading. It doesn't matter if we close it or not. But be careful.
Yeah, I'll continue reading, knowing that I can only understand it if I spend time with it.
Thinking what to say and what to do.
Like, for Seraphim, there's, like... We're on the road. Like... We're just waiting until we get there.
Seraphim, you want me to narrate what you're reading?
Yeah.
As Seraphim continued to read, Trish kept on wailing. Their newfound friend, Rudolph, looked at the book and checked if he could see some magical aura emanating from it, as he told Seraphim to close the book. Seraphim closed the book. As Seraphim opened the book, the writing continued.
Does the very first page of the book start with us? It didn't, right?
It did not.
Can I go back from the back towards the front to see like where it starts for us? Like where we get into the story?
Well, you can go to the very first page, but it does not start with you.
No. I mean start at the last page and then backtrack through the pages to see if I can find where it starts with us.
You for sure can. You track back, and you are like from now on, from what you've read, you can notice that your names are in a certain script.
Yeah.
You see your name, you see Trish's name, you see Bax's name, you see Killian's name, and as you're flipping through the book, you see a few other names that maybe even bring a tear to your eye. You see Bjorn's name, Hansel's name, Faustus's name. And as you're flipping back, you even see the Mad Dog from Mogadishu's name. It's a short paragraph, but he is there.
Yep.
But the pages you are backtracking, it's like 20, 30 pages backtracking.
Out of the whole book.
And the book is maybe 1,000, 2,000 pages thick.
Oh, indeed, thick.
With a double C, indeed.
Yes, that's a thick book.
Thick.
I will spend some time trying to decipher basically the chapter before we get into this story. While we, like, I would like to concentrate on that, trying to get a grip on it, like, as we get to Kresk. I have some time. I'm curious.
Again,
Like, you don't even have to answer it right now if you...
now, detective, you are asking the right question. Bax, you are entering or nearing the town of Kresk. You've let Gary guide you, even though you didn't really know where you were heading. But here you are at the town gates of Kresk. What do you do?
Are the gates open?
The gates are closed.
Are the guards up on the towers or anything? Is there anybody there?
There are a few guards at the tower, or at the parapet?
Parapet.
Parapet, yes.
I approached them and asked to speak to the Burgomaster of Kresk. I have something to show him.
The Burgomaster is indisposed. You cannot come in.
I reach into my bag and pull out the head of the night hag that I killed. And just present it to him. Say, are you sure?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. There's 17. I am persuasive.
You killed it. I'm sure he would love to meet you. Come in. And he turns around, and like you cannot really tell what he mumbles or shouts towards the other persons, but the gates are opening ever so slowly.
I just stand and wait patiently. Do I get a sense or a feeling where this I don't know, whatever it is guiding me towards? Is it guiding me to inside? The answers I seek.
The answers you seek are indeed inside. Have you ever been to Krevsk?
Yeah, I've been here when they met the abbot for the first time.
Were you?
Was it me or was it Bax? No, it was me, wasn't it? Because I took the Sundays. Bax died in Balaki.
Hansel died.
Hansel died in Balaki. No, I have been here. Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, if I'm asking my god for answers, I suppose naturally I'd go and see the bishop, isn't it?
The abbot.
The abbot, sorry, yeah. I'd naturally go see the abbot, wouldn't I? Seeking answers. Because he's the closest one that I know of in this realm that is closest to my god. And something's drawing me here.
Something indeed is. And you see the map, right?
No, sorry, I'm in Discord at the moment. I do, yeah. Yes.
Why are you in Discord?
Because I only have one screen and I like to see your pretty face when words come out of it.
Words. Words. You see the circle?
I do.
That is where the Abbey is, and you are drawn towards this area up on this lonely hill.
I say to the guard, before I see the Burgermeister, I'd need to go and pray to my god. It was a tough fight, and I need guidance.
Quite. Bye.
Good day. Oh, also, I dispatched 2.5, I should say. What I could only describe as I don't know, highwaymen, I guess. Just outside of Kresk. I buried 2 and I let 1 go. So just so that you know. And I'll
He looks
turn.
visibly confused.
I turn and I head up towards the Abbey.
As you are entering this village, you see that it is mist shrouded beyond the wall. And it is nothing more than a scattering of humble wooden cottages and a dirt road that stretches between strands of snow-dusted pine trees. So many trees, in fact, that you would almost constitute it as a forest. To the northeast, grey cliffs rise sharply, and the road winding up to the abbey is easy to see from your horseback. As you're moving up, the switchback road that hugs the cliff is 10 feet wide and covered with loose gravel. Chunks of broken rock lay scattered about this trail. The ascent is slow and somewhat treacherous, and the air grows colder as one nears the top.
I'll head inside if I can.
You traverse this switchback road. And as you get to the gate, even this place has its own gate. You can tell that it's closed at this moment. Though your divine feeling makes you feel that you need to go inside.
I'll can I see anyone like visibly nearby?
You can tell that there are shapes behind the door. Not as much that you can see, but you can sense them shuffling about. In the distance, you can hear the screams that you heard before of the madmen and women, the laughter, the cries of agony. As your hand reaches towards the door, Servant Trishan Rudolph, what do?
I'm gonna guess we're still riding along. Seraphin's
Yeah.
reading his book. Trish is
Yep.
crying.
I'm still crying. Yep.
Trish,
There, little one.
you stop crying, and as you look up, you see the city walls of the town that you know is Kresk. Seraphin Rudolph, you look up and you see that there are guards manning this portcullis or portcullis. I'm at loss for the name.
I thought.
And as you
Portcullis.
look around, you notice that you have left the caravan that you were part of a while ago. It's almost as if you were in a trance.
I'm gonna turn to Seraphin and say, keep that buck hidden. It might turn out to be quite useful.
Yes, that's maybe a good idea.
I put it in my backpack.
Right then. I understand I've never been inside Kresk myself. How do you get in?
Oh, yes. Now that I think about it, it would have been quite smart to pick up the barrel of wine that we had stowed away.
Turn around. Back to the winery.
But didn't we come up with another?
So the carnival's in town.
Was the sweaty dude we saw? Was that the Burger Master?
Burgermaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
And he's now like something Kreskovich.
Why was he so reclusive about
Why?
it? That's what I'm trying to remember.
Why?
Did we learn why he kept the town shut? Was it to keep out the bullshit, or was it another reason?
Why didn't you ask about it? Because now you would have known.
Yeah. Are we at the gates right now, or?
Yeah.
Whom do we know visits? Like, we knew about someone or people that traveled between here and Falaki, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what kind of people were those?
Vasily? Vasily was one of the people that traversed between town to town.
Okay, so considering that we don't have the wine barrel,
The carnival's in town.
I'm going to put on my like before we would have gotten to this point, I would have put on my fancy clothes, change into Vasily, and sit at the front.
Quite.
And as we get to the gate, I just wave.
And you lock eyes with one of the guards at top of the portcullis. Either one of the two. The gate. And you see him turn back, shout a few orders, and the gate opens.
Let's go.
Heck yeah.
You ride into town.
Yeah. I'd like to time it in a way, basically as we pass the gate, if it's, like, what time of day is it?
It's late afternoon.
Okay. Are there people about?
Yeah.
Yeah, but in the portcullis, it's normally there's a bit of a tunnel in there, so you'll have a bit of time in the tunnel.
Yeah, but I want to, like, what I want to do is, like, basically get far enough from the portcullis to not be seen by them, but also not be seen by the people we're heading into, and change back into Seraphim at an opportune time.
No, you just roll me a deception check with advantage.
Advantage.
Nobody notices you changing back into Seraphim.
Okay.
Like the guards, as you look back as you're changing, the guards at the gate are like, their eyes are forward. Yeah, you only see their backs, and as you're changing, nobody's really paying attention to you.
Well, this makes it a lot easier, doesn't it?
I'm gonna stop the cart. Just gonna lean over to Trish. So, where's this pond that Irina is being stored in?
It's somewhere to the northeast. It's not too far off.
Well, we point towards it.
Is she safe for the time being, or should we just...
We don't know.
We haven't visited this place since that happened.
Since the day before yesterday.
No, it's been longer than that.
I know.
Right?
I know. I'm just fucking with you.
It's been 1 week.
It's been 1 week since I've been to Kresk.
This is the day we're supposed to deliver her.
We're beyond that point, dear Luke. We do not negotiate with terrorists, okay?
Famous last words.
So, do you want to go looking for your friend first, or shall we go fetch Irina?
Trish, do you want to inform with the abbot, maybe?
Yes.
That would be a good starting place, right?
Yeah, it would. Well, I mean, it's not like there's much else in this town.
Yeah, maybe avoid the Burgomaster until we've tried a few things.
Mm-hmm.
Are the horses in D&D like the horses in Skyrim, and they can just go up the side of a mountain?
Only if you bring 2 coconuts.
We forgot to wine
Monty
and the
Python reference. Number 1 for this episode. We haven't had a Monty Python reference for the last few weeks.
Well, I was going to do one at the gate. I was going to pretend to be the king. Hello! Hello, who is it?
Yeah, so we head up to the abbot?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
5 minutes to Joe.
You head up on this winding switchback road that hugs the cliff. It's about 10 foot wide with loose gravel and chunks of broken rock. The ascent is slow and somewhat treacherous, but slow and steady wins the race. But as you get up further, the air grows colder as one nears the top. You arrive at the ornate doors. What do you do?
I get off the cart and go knock on the door. Assuming that it's
Yeah,
closed.
Ooh.
Have you ever been here, von Richten?
I have never been inside Kresk. I was not allowed.
You should know that the abbot is actually an angel from the Father, the Morning Lord, that ended up here and
On the material
lost.
plane?
Yes, he lost a fight against Strahd, if I remember correctly. And he has never truly become his old self, is my impression. He can be rather delusional or maniac. Just so you know.
On
He
that
can
line
be
of thought, it's
a bit
best
unstable.
Best not to tell him I'm a monster hunter, then.
Yes, well, that's what I mean. I want to be upfront with you about it.
And I tell, like, about our experiences with him. So he's up to speed.
He is up to speed as you guys are entering.
Oh, a man down a well, you say? Oh, is his name Timmy? Timmy down a well.
Quite quiet. You are entering the Abbey Sanctuary. You are greeted by a man. Well, man
we
is
recognize him.
a
Very loose term.
loose term indeed.
Oh, he's got a good name as well. I forgot his name.
Doggo.
What do you want?
We need to speak with the abbot.
Follow me. And on all fours, he drops his shovel. And on all fours, he just runs to the Abbey entrance.
We follow?
So I'm gonna follow him with a look of disgust on my face, but quite intrigued. Like,
Yeah. This better not awaken anything in me.
it's better not awaken something in me.
He opens the door, and immediately you hear the cries of lament. Moving, or assailing your senses. But you're greeted by a man of immaculate beauty.
Von Richten is totally freaked out by this situation.
Isn't this supposed to be a church?
Hello and Welcome to the Abbey of St. Markovia. How can I help you?
A silent spell, maybe?
You are quite the character.
We have heard messages that our friend Zuckhead might have visited these parts, and we're trying to find if those messages are more than mere rumors.
Zuckhead? Zuckhead, you say?
Yes.
He's not quite ready yet. He will be. Tomorrow morning.
What does that mean?
Why don't you stay the... Oh! Hello, little woman. Have you come back?
Oh no.
Have you come
forgot.
back to give
He
me
wants to-
your eyes?
No, I forgot about this.
No, I have not.
Why not? You do not need them. You have two people who can see for you. And why not give me your eyes if they serve the greater good?
Oh wait, well I mean, you can have this eye.
But
This one you
I?
can have,
But I do have an eye for me.
and you can have this one, and you can have this one, and this
Yes,
this,
Queen.
this one on my knee. You can have that one too. But these ones are mine. I need those.
Second glance.
This is the face of the DM that did not see this coming, but is thoroughly delighted. Oh! Oh! You have given me eyes to make Vasilka whole. Oh, I am so happy. Come inside, and I will take the eyes. And he just starts walking towards the southwest. Not even looking back if you're following him.
I guess we should follow him.
You feel safe enough?
Well, if you guys come along, I'm not going in there alone.
Oh no, of course.
As a physician, I'm saying that maybe you might want to get knocked out for this procedure.
Oh yes, that's what I was hoping. I was also hoping that you will be there so that he takes the right eyes. Or the wrong ones, I suppose.
I'm gonna pull them both closer. What the hell is this place?
Yes, it's quite disturbing, and I'm not even sure if when we last came here, we had a tour, but I don't remember actually seeing the people that are screaming all this time.
Are we still in the courtyard outside?
Yeah.
Do we see the woman still attached to the stake with the wings?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
What is that?
Oh. I do not know this. Well, the interesting thing is, you will see quite a few humans, beings, I'm not sure, but you will see quite a few in quite a diversity. But I have not seen them outside of these walls here. It is.
No, I've conquered many monsters in my time, but nothing like these machinations that you're presenting to me now. This seems like a house of horrors, if I'm honest.
Inspiration.
Yeah.
Very good. And Rudolph, as you're looking to the northeast, you see a creature chained to a post as it flaps its leathery wings and takes to the air, but it doesn't get far before its chains go taut, and It flutters about madly, screaming nonsense as it falls to the ground again. You are certain that it will not try again, but again it does the same motions, just tries to fly up, screams as the chain gets taut and falls down again. Its
Very
leathery
sad sight.
wings try to fly up again, over and over and over again.
Oh, I feel like putting it out its misery might be the best thing, but I don't think the abbot would like that, so...
Oh, and he's quite powerful, just so you know.
If you say what he is, what you say
Yes.
he is...
A literal angel. But mad.
maybe that would be one word to describe it, yes.
Yes.
I'm saying, Trish, you have a decision to make here. This isn't something we'll force you to do, but I don't think that we could stop him if he was trying to do anything different than what he says he'll do.
Rudolph,
Decision is yours.
Rudolph, just give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh yeah, my best ability. Come on, baby.
Dang.
And you're looking at it, and you've seen horrors in your time. And this is unnerving. But it's not something that would give you a bout of madness. Carry on.
Here we go. Let's go.
I'll stay close. If anything goes awry, me and Seraphine will drag you out as quickly as we can.
Well, actually, do you have means of teleportation?
Actually,
Actually, no. Why do you? Is that...
I could escape with Trish if the needs are there, but I could only take one more. I can only take one more person with me besides myself.
Well,
So
save the
there
girl.
might-
I can
Yes.
look after myself, really. I should be able to get away.
If anything happens, we'll meet at the cart, okay?
Okay. Agreed. Let's go then. In we go. Surgery time!
He comes out with this like old bread knife. Oh, we got a waiting music on the surgery?
he moves into the west wing of the abbey. And last time you were here, you saw Vasilka. She's not there at the moment, but the table has been cleared, and the abbot picks up Trish and places her on the table. Now keep still. This will only take a while. It might hurt, but it is for the greater good. The greater good.
Hold on. Don't you want to
You-
give her
you-
milk of the poppy first? What kind of doctor are you?
Yes.
A bit of pain is no worries for the greater good.
It is worries for me.
Quite.
You have
Right.
to understand that she is willing to give you those eyes, but only under her terms and conditions. I think it would be prudent to adhere to them.
Does she need them? Does she use them? No.
No, but again, she is giving you conditions under which she is willing to give them. So maybe just follow them.
He looks at you, perplexed, and without looking, just moves his scalpel in Trish's leg and starts cutting at the exact right place.
Ow!
And just grabs one eye. It's quite big, but I can make it work. Now for the next one. Are you ready?
No?
Quite well. And he puts the scalpel knife thingy in your shoulder. And as he does this, give me a Constitution saving throw.
You dead.
Nice.
As far as you know, you're all right. I have the two. Do you want me to take the third one? Or maybe a fourth one?
Many are there?
Only 3. Well, I mean 5 counting these, but
Indeed.
well, you can take this one, but can I keep it as a souvenir?
Maybe. But only if the other two don't work, and I want this one back, okay?
Yes, you
Yeah,
could offer
fair
it
enough.
as a spare. You could offer it as a spare, yes.
Okay, thank you for telling that I can take her eye, Seraphim.
What?
Yes, indeed. And
Not those
just
ones, not those ones.
puts the scalpel in, like you had one on your shoulder, one at your knee, and one at your
Or wrist?
wrist. Yes. Just puts the scalpel into the wrist and just starts cutting. Give me another Constitution saving at throw.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
You're all right. Just cuts it out neatly, takes it out, and puts his hand on your wrist, and you feel like the area that the eye was in grow over. It's an icky feeling, but not unpleasant, just weird.
Ew.
And
I'm gonna
that
document
itches.
that down.
he has 3 eyes in his palm and looks at you again. It's like, do you need those?
These ones? Yes, I do need these ones.
Why?
Well,
But is 3 not enough?
I use them for seeing.
Yes, but you do not need to see when the land is dark. Or when the
No,
light
but-
shines bright. I need your eyes for that.
Oh, but I do need them. Besides, they look so pretty on my face.
That is indeed true.
Father, I feel like we've been more than adequate and more than, what's the word I'm looking for?
Providing.
Providing, yes, thank you. Now, could you show us Zuckid?
No? You have come to claim the one known as Zuckid?
I wouldn't say claim.
Yes, for now. It's seeing, mostly.
Seeing
Yeah.
is for the one with eyes. And I have 3 and you have 2. Just a little humor on my part. And he opens his coat. Well, it's not really a coat, it's more of a robe. He just puts the eyes inside. And
Like in a pocket with breadcrumbs and sand. You know?
indeed, like he no care. And
Fucking lint
he
in there.
says, Follow me. And moves outside. And in the courtyard, he moves through the door. You see the man that opened the door for you, cowering in fear.
Like for the abbot?
Yes.
Man, shit is going on here. Like, it's not okay.
Thank you, Otto. Moves towards the graveyard that you saw as you moved in. And points at a ornate looking tombstone. He will be there in time.
Did you kill him?
No, quite the opposite. I made him alive-ish.
Then why is he buried?
He is not buried, but his body is.
Yes, but most of the time people are buried when they're dead.
Well, the body is dead, but the spirit is quite living.
I'm gonna turn around to the other two and go, I think he has gone a bit too far. You know, maybe he's a bit
Yes.
too happy.
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't think Zuckid is here. My good father, thank you for showing us. I think we'll be leaving now, yes?
did he
Living? No, you cannot leave. But we have ample place to stay the night.
As long as it's not next to those screams.
Yes.
Not
Got a quieter
quite
place.
next to them, but in the general vicinity, maybe?
Yes, I'd rather not stay the night here, and I want to know, how did Zuckid die? How did he end up in this grave?
Your question is twofold. The one part I do not know the answer. And the other part, I put him there. But please, stay the night and you will meet up tomorrow. And he just like looks at his wrist. There's no watch there. Like tomorrow.
What is this motion? What are these watches you speak of?
The Watchers of Time.
Fish, I do not wish to speak for you, so I'll speak about myself. I'd really rather not sleep in these walls.
No. Me neither.
The same goes for you, right?
Yeah, that's. I'd rather sleep outside in the courts with the tiger than here.
Yes.
Make the DM's life easy and just spend the night.
Well, if the DM guarantees we're not gonna get body snatched tonight.
No guarantees.
My lovely Abbot, we're gonna go back
no
down to
staying
town,
then.
find a tavern, and spend the night there, and we'll be back tomorrow to.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Zuckid.
camp out like right out of the gate.
We do not wish to impose on you, sir.
Yes.
Quite quiet. We will see each other when the dawn breaks.
Yes.
So
You mean the morning, right?
So the dawn doesn't really break in Barovia. You shouldn't, of all people, should know that.
I see through the clouds. They are but
Oh God, this man.
veils to the unseeing.
Yes. Okay. We'll see you at breakfast. Okay.
Breakfast?
Have a
This
nice
is
evening,
something
yes.
I do not know.
Okay.
But the
Yes.
morning is
Bye, bye,
something.
yes, yes,
Okay,
bye,
bye bye.
yes.
At the breaking of
Thank
the
you.
bread
Thank
dawn.
you. Yes, yes,
Bye-bye.
yes. Goodbye. Bye, bye, bye.
Yes, like you're doing, like slowly moving back, like the Homer Simpson into the
Yes.
hedge. Like,
Thank you. Thank you. You've been great. Yes, lovely. Bye, bye.
bye, bye.
Bye.
As you
Bye.
guys
Yes, bye.
are
Bye. Bye.
heading
Yeah.
to the town downstairs. I say downstairs, it's a winding road.
Well, we can just camp right out of the gate, right?
If
You
still wanna
can.
hear the screams,
Or-
yeah.
Sure.
Up a mount. Remember, we're up a mountain, and the air's thin as fucking cold as shit.
Yeah, but I think we have some stuff, don't we?
Just
Or-
ride
or
the
we
cart back down.
We could just go down. Who votes for going down and finding an inn?
You have not seen an inn in this town, but you can for sure try to find one.
Let's
How do we do
try
that?
to find one, and if we don't find
Oh.
one, we can always camp down by the lake.
Yes, but we can also ask. Remember the woman that helped a child be born at the house next to the lake?
Was
Yes.
she the
Washi washi?
Fruitvrouw? I don't know how you call that in English.
Midwife.
Yes,
Yeah, was she she was the midwife, right? That we
Yeah.
spoke to.
Yeah.
She didn't live in that house. Or did she?
You don't know, you never asked.
It was the moon touch from her.
Well, we could. In any case, we could.
We in any case we could look around and see if we can find her. She seemed rather welcoming and trustworthy, and open mostly.
Quite, yes.
So we go down.
Shall we visit the lake then? Just to see
Well,
what's going on?
Yeah, why not?
I
You've
was
got
waiting for
time.
the cliffhanger question.
Yeah, we head over to the pond.
Dip over to the pond.
To the pond, darling.
Well, quite.
Susan, send the
Susan!
horses towards the pond.
What's the pond, darling? Come on, chop chop.
Quite. Yes. Bop.
Bip bip.
You are traversing the winding road towards the pond. And as you're doing so, you can tell that this whole town is quite, I wouldn't say no, I'm getting an error. I wouldn't say deserted, but
It's desolate.
We saw
it's-
some people when we got in, right? You
You
said.
saw some people when you got in.
I'd actually like to keep an eye out for Irina.
Well, in that case, give me a perception check.
Dirty 20, baby.
You look around and as you're checking like a few times, you see a lady that you think is Irina, but she's not. Upon closer inspection, she has the same hairstyle almost the same facial features, but something is lacking. It's never Irina. As the cart moves through the town, which has about... I say town, but it's more of a village. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 11, 13, 14, 15, about
Hamlet.
25 houses inside what you could almost call as a forest. The only reason one would say it's a town is because it has the Abbey on top of the mountain or hill. You move along and you get to the crossroads. To the right is the pond. To the left is the house that the midwife was vacating. What do you do?
Pond, right?
I don't know how long more of the session are we going, because it's like 25 past 9 already.
Well, as long as it takes.
Okay, let's go. What time is it? Because it would have been a fair few hours out of Vallaki to Cress. Then we probably spent
Late
an
afternoon,
hour.
you said, right?
It was late afternoon, yeah, but as you're winding down the switching road, which is treacherous, so it takes some time, it's getting on evening, almost the time to lock up your sons and daughters.
Hide your kids.
Hide your wife.
Yeah, I just want to have a quick look at the pond.
Right, give me a perception or arcana check, depending on what you're looking for.
Well, can I do an investigation first to see if I see anything, and then an arcana to see if there's anything magical?
Sure.
17 and a 10.
As you are looking, the first time you saw this pond, even under the grey skies, this pond at the north end of the village shimmers and sparkles. But that was the first time you saw this pond. Right now, as you're looking at it, it's dull. You do not know why, but it seems lifeless.
It doesn't seem as special as last time we visited, Trish.
Is this where you've hid her?
Wasn't as voluntarily as you think, maybe.
How so?
Yes,
Well,
well,
It's
you explain it,
not,
Trish.
it's not so much as we hit her, it's more that she kind of just walked into the pond and disappeared. Taken away by a spirit in the shape of Strahd's brother.
Sergei?
Yes.
How do you know that name?
Well, we found Strahd's book, his diary.
Found, one would put it. Stolen, another would say.
We did not know there was anyone still living in there. Also, we were confronted by Strahd right as we read it. There wasn't much time to think, I'd really say. Well, we should get back to sleep then.
Try a check in the morning. See if we can see anything better in the light.
As we went through the village up to here, did we see anything that would be count for like a tavern or an inn?
No. There's no tavern or inn. There's only the Burgermaster's mansion that had a few like benches with tables in front of it. But it was a desolate place, to say the least.
Should we just camp out in the burnt out gazebo?
Oh, or we can camp like underneath the carts.
Yes, my idea exactly.
Only the tiger will keep us safe, I'm sure.
Quite.
As you're bedding down to the night, Vex, you are knocking on this door just as dawn breaks. The door opens, and you see a man. You have been here before. You have seen all sorts of creatures. But this looks like a man who has been dead for centuries. Joe, tell us, what does this man look like?
Well, I would put him sort of looking like maybe Godfrey
Yeah.
at certain points. Looks. I would imagine a little gory, some people, as you can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And got a slight hint of bat to him. It's a slight hint.
A batish aura.
Yeah. You know? But he stands tall, proud, and he's glad to be back.
Hey.
Joe, you look at Bax. And Bax, you are looking at this person in the way he just described himself to you. Zuck, what do you say to your long lost friend?
I am so glad to have you back.
I'm sorry, have we met?
Yes, exactly.
I was going to say he's only actually known him 4 days.
No. The body is different.
That's true. But
Back.
Uh,
We were last together in a tower inside Ravenloft.
I don't understand. Were you one of the vampire I threw off the building?
I was with you back
The only person with
for
me.
the very long time.
The only person that was with me in that castle is hanging off that castle. I don't understand. Who are you?
Parts of me may have been hanging. Yes.
I'm confused. What's your name?
It's me. Zuckhead.
What?
King Zuckhead. Yeah.
You definitely sound like him, but you don't look like him. I don't understand what's happened.
Price I had to pay for being king.
King of what?
I haven't quite figured that out yet. But I'm dead. Well,
I can
I
see
was
that.
at a certain point. How long has it been?
I honestly don't know. I've lost track of all time. I think maybe a day. 2 at
At
the
all?
most.
Feels like forever.
I don't understand. I am just. Oh, what?
I made a deal. You remember all those people who were getting visited in the dreams and everything else?
Vaguely.
Guy came to me and said I was to be a king. And when we were in the castle, I thought maybe Strahd was the one making.
I just.
It's not.
I just don't. I'm confused, and I'll be honest with you. I'm very conflicted. I grew to like and respect my friend Zuckid, and I just don't understand. How can I tell it's really you? Because I'll be honest with you, every fiber of me wants to end you as the abomination that you clearly are standing in front of me being. But I just how can I be sure that it's you?
How many times have you rushed in battle to save me? Countless times. Have
That
you
has been
rushed in to help me out?
that's maybe so, but how can I be sure that it's you?
I don't know.
What can you tell me that only Zuckid would know?
You never told me any secrets. So I guess there's that. You'll just have to take me word for. Oh, did you find my brother Hansel when you were
Did I find him when I was where, sorry?
in the castle? He was still with me.
He was. What do you mean? That it was just us? We'd already
No,
lost Bjorn, and we'd already lost.
my brother's been with me this whole time.
Why are you trying to confuse me? I'm a simple man.
Forget about it. We'll figure it out later together.
I'm so confused. I'm just glad that if this is true and this is truly you, then I truly am grateful. Oh, I have a present for you. I
You.
reach in and I do this. If you if you are who you say you are, then you'll understand this gift. I reach in and I pull out the head of the severed hag that tried to kill him and present it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the one that took my last breath at one point in time.
I took her last head. Here for you.
At least you finished something that Strahd has tasked you.
That isn't what Strahd tasked me with.
Remember, there was a task to deal with.
There was, but I don't think she was mine. Was she yours?
I remember.
Hmm.
Been so
Because
long.
the real sucked would know.
Well, speaking of gifts, bring this night hag, and how about that armor that you're wearing? Do you know where I got that?
I
I took
do.
it off of Sergei's body.
You You did. Good. Is it really you?
It is me. Sort of. For the
I'll
most
be honest.
part.
You've looked better. Well, at any rate, it truly is great to see you. And there's nobody else I'd rather face Strahd with than you.
Did anybody else make it out of the castle?
I haven't seen anyone. I've been by myself. I don't know where the others are or if any of them are still alive. I have been keeping a tally though. I'm up to 6 vampire spawn. I thought you might like that. Wow,
Good to be back.
this is awkward. I just don't know what to say. Perhaps it will be easier in time.
Right? You might just have to get a little bit adjusted. Ah, what about Killian? Have you seen him?
Killian. Which one's Killian again? Oh, Killian. Yes, I
Killian
remember
was your brother for like months and months and months.
No, he wasn't. Killian wasn't.
It was.
He was your
Like-
commander.
Like
Killian was your
your
commander.
Yeah.
brother in
Young,
arms. That's
like,
what
you
I'm
know.
talking about.
Yeah, that Killian. Sorry, I got
Oh,
you.
only
one guy
mildly
you shared
offended
your
you haven't
life
mentioned
with.
me yet.
Sorry. No, I knew there was someone else that we'd lost. No, I haven't seen anyone.
Well, I can tell you that he's no longer part of us.
How can you be so sure?
Because he's the one who ripped me apart.
What?
And on that note, I think it's a good idea that we see each other next week.
Awesome.
Oh, that was an amazing session, to be fair.